Am I like, I was gonna say, am I a weakling? Howdy. This is made by a brand called Sajay. I don't know, it's for chest and cough, but honestly, it works wonders on my cuticles. How is everybody doing? Wheel of Fortune has been really, I was gonna say popping out for me lately in my own personal readings, or like my daily check-ins, which has me thinking a lot about where we are in the year. So we're almost mid-February, and is it just me, or did January feel like a whole year in itself? But I feel like there, I mean, with not just anything going on in the world, for everyone personally, or that I'm speaking to, the Wheel of Fortune. There are no coincidences. I mean, okay. Radical change for so many people right now. Whether you're expecting, and I feel like, when I was going to say whether you're expecting it, I feel like most of you are either expecting it, if not like you're ready for it. You're ready for a change. Something will even smell different, and I don't know, that's just what I'm picking up on. And like, you know, 3 of Cups, a reason to celebrate, a reason to raise your glass, a reason to collaborate. And like with this 3, it's like, ooh, it's like pure abundance. And like scent, I'm picking up on like rose. We got the 2 of Cups. Could be rose. Not just for Valentine's Day, but because I'm seeing it in the card, and I'm seeing a lot of pink, like not hot, like neon, like magenta pink. And what the hell? I mean, with the 10 of Cups, like so much water energy, so much emotion. You're like just ready to like spill the beans. Like wear your heart on your sleeve. Let the sun set and rise for something, like, cause like you're like ready for a new day, and like these 10s just keep like coming out. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Like it was a windy climate. It was windy, like you were preparing for a storm, and I think like now you realize you don't need to prepare for this storm to come in. Maybe like physically too, if you've like moved. You might be like moving in together with someone too, so maybe you're moving away from a climate that was susceptible to storms, but maybe it's somewhere windy. But you got the 8 of Pentacles, and so it could deal with like finally not just like longing to do, or like longing for like your career to be, or whatever brings you abundance, whatever brings you this 10 of Cups, whatever this, there are no coincidences, Wheel of Fortune. No more waiting, or like you don't need to like, some of you are like shining, like maybe some of you are you work in like a cleaning business, like you're shining silver or polishing things, or you work in like a barn or a stable, or you take care of something, you're a caretaker. Maybe some of you don't need to do that anymore. And I think some of you have been like silently collecting rewards for quite some time. Whoa. Too many. Queen of Cups. Somebody wants to like nurture you and wants to bring you like beautiful things, and it could be, yeah, because it's Valentine's Day, bring you beautiful things in the World card. God, I hope this reading is for me. I also want to mention that today is February 10th. There really are no coincidences. And I think you should also look out for February 21st. I don't know, like mark it on your calendar. I think that'll be a day where either you or someone will wake up and smell the roses. Keep picking up on that, the roses. The roses. You saw me shuffle. The Wheel of Fortune. There's an evolution of everything, right? Like what goes up, goes down, and we're spinning on this axis, right? Here on Earth, and we're learning lessons, and we're teaching people, and we're spreading wisdom, and we're feeling hopeless, and then we're feeling hopeful again, and life seems to take things from us and then seems to fill up our cups back again, and we sometimes get stabbed in the back or stabbed in the heart, and all of a sudden those wounds seem to heal, but it's a cycle. And I think for the collective, for two Wheels of Fortune, not one, but two. I think maybe for some of you, if you were feeling stuck, 10 and 10 is 20 is the Judgment card. Making a decision to move. Sometimes the wheel doesn't seem to move, but what we don't realize is that we are the reason that this wheel isn't moving, that life isn't moving. And whether we like it or not, life will absolutely move on with or without you, right? So this is absolutely a message for the collective, for forward movement, passionate, like brave and steadfast, and like I may not have all the answers, but like I have seen and I know enough. King of Wands, this reading is freaking crazy. From a knight to a king. So you know that behind this movement is the wisdom of a king. And you pair these two together, it's like the strongest force of what creationary energy looks like. Is this reading for real? It has everything to do with what you desire. And this is everything to do with you making a decision to like physically or mentally turn this wheel to move on. And the Lovers is about decision making, right? It's like, you could be at a crossroads, right? Like the Lovers card isn't all about like love and harmony. It's like, wait a minute, I will bless you so long as you're heading in the right direction. Like, have you learned? And it looks like this angel from above looks like the Judgment card that I was talking about before, right? Like, I think some of you just want to be absolved, or like just want like whatever these like memory, like just like the past behind you, like let it dissolve, like let it melt, like let me create. Let me create. 7 of Cups. There are so many opportunities. Let your dreams, let your creativity run wild and take yourself out. It's not typically how I read this card, but take yourself out of the picture for a second. Take the doubts or things that might be circumstantial to you. Take yourself out and just look at the environment, look at the facts, take the logic and see the opportunities that are literally like growing or manifesting around you. And it's coming out of like these, like you see the clouds in the 2 Wheel of Fortune cards, right? 2 separate decks, but you see that these are clouds that are in the sky, right? To show that time passes. We don't see the same blue sky, we see different clouds to know that there is movement. And out of this movement, we see those same clouds, we see opportunities. Sometimes, clouds can block, right? And they can kind of obstruct our vision, but things are very clear to you now. And if they're not, my advice is to take yourself out of that picture for a second so that you can really, like I said, logically look at your options. You have a lot, and it's a beautiful thing. You want to grow something. You want to take care of something. And I think some of this is like promising yourself that you'll even just take care of yourself and nurture yourself. That's huge. For some reason, I guess because of the Wheel of Fortune, I'm like thinking about the sky. Like a lot of you, if you're like a nighttime worker or you're like a night worker, you have a night job. I'm not saying pay attention only to what you're doing during the day, but you'll be seen for what you do in the day, or basically like if you don't like working at night, or like it's something you've had to do to like make ends meet. Holy crap, the moon. With the sun and the moon, you'll no longer be like tattling like these 2 energies, these 2 luminaries. And then like the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups again. There are no coincidences. You will be absolutely celebrating the fact that you won't be caught up in this illusion anymore. And you won't be in the dark or feel like you're left in the dark, or that you only have the options that maybe roam at night, is what I'm hearing. These are two, the sun and the moon work in such different but such similar ways, these luminaries, right? And you see that the rays of this sun, right, like they just shine, like they extend far longer, reach, like they can feel the sun's warmth portrayed this card more so than the moon here. And the moon is looking downward, not looking down upon you, but I think you're tired of feeling maybe frowned upon. This sun is looking straight forward at the future. You're gonna have so much reason to celebrate. And then the Eight of Pentacles again. And then the bottom of this deck, I'm sorry, I have to show you, is the Knight of Wands, which we had here. If you're seeing double lately, like double numbers, like go with it. It's leading you somewhere. Pay attention to the number 10 and the 21st. I don't know what, but ask yourself also what like fortune means to you. And if you were to be granted fortune, what would that look like? And if you're feeling stuck, how can you move your own wheel? If your life is a wheel, right? How can we spin it? Maybe we have to spin it backward just to spin it forward, like an arrow. It can only be shot backward in order to propel forward. This is like one of the most beautiful readings. I have chills like up and down my spine, and I felt so called to do it. And I'm going to talk about the main theme, which is the Wheel of Fortune. You have so much more power than I think you realize to change whatever circumstances in your life right now. The inches you need are everywhere around you. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. Can you?